Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Cosolix. Today we're gonna be checking out Brawlhalla over the years. So I pulled up the grand finals of Brawlhalla BCX 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. I pulled up the North American grand finals for 20 and 21 because that's the best 1v1 region as far as we know. There's proof. EU players, I'm sorry, but your EU trophy case isn't looking too good right now at lands. We'll see what happens at the end of this year. But yeah, we're going to be going over all the games. Specifically, I want to go over how meta and things have changed, how players are looking for what's optimal, and exactly like what does optimal mean, how good are these players playing to the potential of today, and comparing, okay, the option select that these players go for. Like, honestly, BCX 2016 gameplay, you guys are going to watch it, it's going to look like low diamond gameplay. The reason why older gameplay also looks a lot worse is because they didn't have the dash mechanics, so it looks a lot slower, like what low diamond gameplay is in plat. So just kind of comparing, this is from a pro's perspective. I am a Brawlhalla pro, as you guys know. But yeah, if you enjoy this type of stuff, hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know down below what you think of this gameplay. Do you think that Brawlhalla is going in the right direction? Do you think the gameplay's gone better, worse, more entertaining, less entertaining? Let me know down below. It's also hard to compare because of the pandemic and whatnot, but we're going to be trying our best here. Let's get right into this video. Check out Cosolix.com if you want coaching and replay reviews. And yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, so the first one is we got BCX 2016. This is Grand Finals. I believe there wasn't a reset. LDZ won the tournament. But we're going to be watching one game from every from every world champ. So let's take a look. We're going to keep the volume slightly down, so I'm going to be able to talk. I actually don't know how loud it is. We'll keep that this. Okay, so like right off the bat, right? It's just really slow gameplay because there's no dash. Oh, that end light is bad. Like, just off the bat, like look at this. LDZ's above, multiples on the ground. What's optimal here to do? Well, in the new dash age of Brawlhalla, maybe you jump, put some pressure, or like you can dash away. He goes for neutral sig, even though they're both in white health. Okay, and then LDZ chase dodges to reposition. I like that. Multimum end lighting when LDZ's directly above. Like, what? Weapon throw upwards. Side light when they're not even close. Nice neutral air. I like the little dodge option. Okay. Bunch of weapon throws. Oh, this is rough. Okay, that was a good follow-up, Multimum. Oh my god, I remember watching this stuff when I was a kid. And, like, this is when I was really inspired to go pro in Brawlhalla. I went pro in 2017. So this is the stuff I was looking up to, and I'm like, I want to go pro. Why did I look up to this stuff? Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but compare it to today, like, the gameplay is so much more dynamic. There's so much more options and stuff like that, and it's a lot faster. Even if there's a lot of slow play in Brawlhalla today, there's a lot more going on than you'd think. And this gameplay, there's less going on. It's very playing safe and sound and smart, and these guys aren't even doing that right, because if you're a long-time Brawlhalla fan, then you'll know Dash was introduced at the middle to end of 2017, and it was introduced because it was optimal to stand still in Brawlhalla. Noel had some great stage control and really set the meta, and then Boomy really abused it at Shine 2017 and just proved that Dash had to be introduced, and then they did immediately after. But yeah, let's watch this gameplay. Even though, like, optimally here, like, you should be just holding ground, almost doing nothing. It's like a Wilson tactic, right? That ground pound is just risky. It should have went for the weapon. Oh, bad punish, but you don't have many options, so that's fine. D-light wasn't bad. Nice neutral light. Yeah, not chasing off stage because you don't want to waste your options, right? So you don't get that same advantage state, even though you do have spiking options. Nice little downlight sider. Back then, that was probably optimal. I think it had a lot more force. So there's definitely like optimal combo select. Oh, you have no follow-up off. Oh, I wish Axe Sidelight was like that today. I don't want follow. Sidelight's their kill confirm just stupid. Why did they buff it that much? Oh, they should just kept it the way it is. Damn. Okay, let's keep watching. Nice little bow gameplay. Bow has some great ground control, so it makes sense that you're on sword and bow as a meta. Those are some great weapons for controlling the ground with. Nice little neutral air. Oh, nice D-light. That D-light had like no startup. Maybe it's the same today. Yeah, it's a lot of LDZ when he's engaging. He'll engage in the air, let Multimum do a stupid option, and then punish. So there is engagement. However, the engagement is not horizontal. It's very vertical. But that's also could just be because of Sword's kit. Sword is a very vertical kit, like Nair and down air recovery. Your horizontal doesn't have the same momentum. Like Sarah doesn't have momentum compared to Dare and Nair, so makes sense. But same thing, above, waits for Multimum, do something stupid, punish. Right? Super smart from LDZ. It's definitely, there are some issues with this gameplay. Like, there's just a lot of, like, weird options. Like, that neutral air is, like, really good. Like, if we break it down further, the chase dodges there's a little risky. Multimum could have taken advantage and went for LDZ there. The downer to kind of get some tempo in the air. That neutral air was probably meant to be a neutral light. That downer for tempo is really key. And tempo is when you use a move that's almost unpunishable, when your opponent thinks they can punish it, but then you punish their punish, if that makes sense. It's like getting momentum. Ooh. I picked a random game. This is grand finals of a tournament for $10,000, and how did he SD again? Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry, Multimum. Jump, jump. He should have one more jump. Does he not have one more jump? Was that the last jump? I guess the flat one's the last jump. Yeah, one. Wait, did he do an air jump right before? I want to see this. So he fell off, did an air jump, jumped again, had no more jumps, and thought he had one more. Okay, that's a bit more understandable. And then Cider, because he thought he had a jump, but he doesn't have a jump, so then he recoveries, and now he's dead. Okay, that makes sense, but that's rough. He thought he had a jump. All disease, like, damn. I like how they're smiling with each other. It looks like they're, like, having fun. I like one thing key with the Brawlhalla community, especially when it first got started, before, like, it got big from Ubisoft, there was a ton of indie developer community feel, and, like, everyone was there, and they just want to support each other. Now there's, like, a lot of toxicity and stuff like that, and I'm not saying I'm setting a new standard. Like, I'm part of it, too. Like, I like being toxic on Twitter sometimes. It's fun. Follow me on Twitter. But it's really cool just seeing the players smile with each other and whatnot. I remember in like 2018, I was in grand finals with Wrench, and I'm like fist bumping him and stuff like that. Like I like that feeling of community. But let's go to the next one. So this is BCX 2017. I don't know why, but the highlights, or like the video I found of BCX, it cut out a lot of gameplay of like full matches. I found someone did a screen recording. It's 720p. It's not great quality, but you know what? It's something. But this is a year later. LDZ again came out of nowhere. He did not compete in 2017 really. And then he went to BCX and he won. Something really funny, a lot of people don't know this. The morning of BCX 1v1 was top 32, and right before that I was sparring some players. I sparred LDZ. I was the first player he played that day. We sparred for about an hour, and we went around 50-50, I remember. I think he was on Diana and Lucien a little bit, and yeah, we literally went 50-50. Like, he's a really good player, but like there was so much good competition back then, and LDZ, like the players he played against, he just got the better of. And like what I used to say when I was a kid is anyone can beat anyone on any given day, and I kind of still stand by that. No matter what, you can beat your opponent. You just need to do the right things. You just follow a game plan, and if you play better, you will beat them. Anyone can beat anyone. Anyone can beat Sandstorm. You just need to follow that game plan better than him, right? So I was sparring LDZ. We went 50-50. It was fun. We said GG's. I lost to Boomy that tournament. Then I beat Fiend, and then lost to Noel and Losers, who was really good back then. He's still pretty good now. Not as good as he was back then, but yeah. Let's watch this game. So this is the first BCX with Dash. So keep that in mind. This is closer gameplay to what we see today. But we'll also be able to compare gameplay to today a lot better. Which there are a lot of stuff here that isn't that optimal. I like that weapon throw downwards. It was really smart. Still a lot of good tempo. Downer is a little risky, but caught him. So that's... Yeah, that falling sider from Addy was not smart. Like, a good player now, like, look in this situation. LDZ's on stage in advantage state. What should you do here? Well, I think Addy just used a dodge. So let me break that down even more. Addy dodge. So you have no dodge. What do you do here? Go back to the wall. Wait until you get your options back, and then jump up, save your dodge, dodge back to stage. You could even go all the way to the soft platform, and then you're safe. But Addy Falling cider. Not as optimal. Those little mistakes, doing them nowadays, can cost you games. And it costed him a lot of health in the World Championship. That's one mistake. Just a bad habit. That was a really good D-Light by LDZ there. I don't know if you guys saw that. So LDZ got ground control. Addy dodged. He caught the dodge in midair. So now Addy's got no dodge. Goes for a neutral air. And then decided to not keep extending. But just some clean little, like, when you realize you take a dodge. And then he got the follow-up because he realized it. Doesn't get the combo out of it. Nice neutral airs. Nice neutral airs. And then the end sig. Lucian's such a good character. He still is today. I wouldn't have sig there. Another thing here is, like, look how these players use their game mechanics to put pressure on each other. Addy, like, dash, jump, jump. LDZ's dashing, and it's like a lot of either dash dancing or just clean dashes. A lot of things you'll see today is like Stingray with empty hops. Obviously, I dash jump a lot more in my gameplay. You'll see people dash jump a lot more, especially with sword dash jump there and whatnot. You'll see a lot of dash cancels. You'll see, you know, dash dodges a lot more. Dash dodge wasn't really used back in 2017. There's a lot of more ways to get your opponents to miss by using movement than back then. People were still new to the game mechanic. The meta hasn't developed. But that's like one thing you'll really see when these guys put pressure on each other. Look, he's not dashing LDZ. Dude's just like standing still. He jumps, right? He dashes to get to his opponent, but he doesn't use it in movement. So he's like not really using it to bait his opponent. And like that's fine because the gameplay wasn't good back then. But this would not work today. You would just get caught way easier because players have much better movement today. Like you compare this stuff to like Snowy or Sandstorm gameplay today, it's night and day. Snowy's got some good movement. And weapon throws. Nice little combo. That was a clean read. Reads were a lot more important back then. People would go for reads and really memorize where people dodge. But now today, reacting is a lot safer. And just not going for random guesses is definitely part of the meta. But people here, they'll like hit a combo and then they'll try and follow up sometimes. LDZ's playing very smart here. He'll hit something and he won't follow up. But down light there. Addy went for a side light there. Oh, down sig. There is a lot of nerves. Like, this isn't necessarily, like, BCX isn't always the optimal gameplay Brawlhalla. Like, it is. But, like, people play nervous. It's the end of a day. They played a lot of Brawlhalla today. Like, it's the best gameplay that these humans could do, but it's probably not the best gameplay humans could do ever, technically. If you get what I'm trying to say. It's not like... It is, but it isn't, because it's not like the first match for the second or third match of the day. One of them could be playing at their peak. Maybe not both. Like, that ground pound is just risky. That's crazy that worked. You also see gameplay is slow. Like, these guys are not engaging because they're doing whatever it takes to win. Like, I really respect it. But I also don't have that kind of patience now today. I need to work on my patience for sure. It's also like, yeah, like, the dude, LDZ hit a neutral air, then LDZ wakes up immediately with an end light, which, like, isn't a bad play. Didn't get punished for it. But just... It's really interesting how these players are pressuring each other. It's just one straight dash and then like an attack. They're not using dash dodges. Like their movement is just not as good. It's super interesting. Their movement is just, yeah, look at these dashes. They're dash, but like they're not dash jumping at all. Have any of them even used a dash jump? The dash jump was in the game. I was using it quite a lot, but I dash danced a lot back then. Look, they're okay. That was kind of a dash jump. It was like a back dash jump. Chase dodges are key. Also, chase dodging is really key to keeping pressure. Like, when LDZ hits that nair here, I'll pause it. This nair right here, what I would do is chase dodge straight towards Addy, and then maybe, like, dodge back right after. So, like, or, like, chase dodge and then, like, dash back, right? Keeping that pressure so you can extend the string is really key, especially when looking for a kill right here. Instead of just resetting like this, now you're letting your opponent reset neutral completely. You can keep an advantage state by putting a little bit of pressure once you win neutral by chase dodges. So it's definitely interesting. Ooh, frisky. What little weapon throw, it's fine. Still, that was a nice dash dodge I saw from LDZ. Like, there's a little bit of these movement that they've inputted before, but they don't use it optimally in their gameplay yet. Because that dash was only around for like 3 months. It makes sense. Nice sense. Like, that's BCX 2017, so getting a bit better than 2016 because dash was introduced, but still not close to today. Okay, next we got 2018. So we got Sandstorm versus Wrenched. Let's go Wrenched. Wildcard Gaming, Wrenched. Okay. Let's bring the sounds down. Okay, let's see this. Higher quality this time, thank God. See, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. I want to, like, go back to that. Look at this. Wrench to the side light, and then to continue it, Chase dodges towards Sandstorm and gets the end light. I love that. That's a great start. And this is, by the way, a 1-year difference from last year. Like, that's a crazy year. And this is where Sandstorm really takes off. Let's keep watching. So using all his options to reset. Super smart. Nice downlight cider. Has Sword been in grand finals of every single BCX? Maybe not maybe 2019 it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Okay, so it's been in grand finals for every BCX except 2019. Interesting. A little overextension. Drop the D-Light Sarah, that happens. So a lot better use of dash here. Like, they're constantly dashing to engage and stuff. It's definitely, the meta has really changed. This patch, by the way, Mordex had some absurd force on his SIGs. So you'll see a lot of Mordex SIG usage just to, like, confirm kills. Yeah. Nice little punish. And catches the dodge. This gameplay is already 10 times better. The only difference I'd say this gameplay to today, like, this gameplay reminds me of like 24,000-2,500 elo today. The difference is like how it's again their movement. Like, movement has really adapted, and like the meta has really changed with how pros use movement and neutral and whatnot. It's gone like, this is still really good, but these guys are playing very safe, very smart. Like, a lot of pros today are like constantly moving and doing some crazy stuff and whatnot, especially with platforms. And this is still really good gameplay. Like, an end light there is really safe. The neutral light is really safe. Nice little neutral light. That neutral light's kind of risky. Definitely some options are interesting. That was really clean by Wrench. I want to highlight what Wrench did there. So I'm guessing in this patch he didn't have any true combos out of Qatar's sidelight. So what he did was he sidelighted, and then this is a key reaction. Waited. Sandstorm wasted the dodge. Now Sandstorm slightly in the air. Wrench is going to wait a second, then D-light, and then notices Sandstorm doesn't have a dodge, so it goes for the recovery. So just super clean. No dodge here, goes for it. There we go. It's a lot of just... That was a risky side sig, but Sandstorm wasn't red, so I get it. Qatars are tough to kill, and yeah, it's just a lot of on Qatars. You want to win neutral, which Qatars are arguably the best weapon in the game for winning neutral. But then you really got to play for true combos and then reactions. And then fishing for SIGs, and that's what this gameplay is. But that is just... Oh, thank God Wrench got back there. I really thought Sandstorm absolutely destroyed Wrench when I was watching this live in person, but watching this back, like, it was close. Wrench was playing better. It's just some key extensions, couldn't kill, just playing a little risky, and Sandstorm, he does this to me as well. He's the best player in the world at doing this. When it's a high damage situation like this, like, any normal person, your knees weak, arms are heavy, mom's spaghetti, like, my hands are sweating, you know? Like, it's hard to stay focused. I played Sandstorm at Winter Champs. I took him to game 5. And, like, my heart is pounding. I get nervous and stuff like that. Imagine being on LAN in front of thousands, if not millions of people are watching this. And stuff like that to not go through your head is crazy. And whenever I play Sandstorm, this dude just turns it to another level when he needs to. And it's not just, like, playing differently or whatever. It's playing smart. He has this game plan. Let your opponent miss, punish. Everyone is human, they'll make mistakes. And he gets people making mistakes against him every single time. And he never deviates from that game plan. And unless the only way to beat him is you need to follow that same game plan better than him and hold it. Hold it to a T. Like, it's crazy. Like, he'll see Wrench miss like this, punish. You'll see Wrench miss, and then Sandstorm punishing. Boomy even says this. Boomy says Sandstorm is, like, I don't think it was the wording was most boring player, but the parriest player. This dude will, like, make you miss. He wants to get you punishable, right? That was a dumb... Okay, you know, it wasn't even that dumb, because it was hard to punish. That was really good waiting from Wrenched. Wrench is such a good player, like, honestly. And another meta, the dude's, like, top 3 in the world. It's just the current state of Brawlhalla. It's very difficult to hold a mental for a long time. That's really good. To play your best. Ooh, that was a really good wake up. But, what I would have done if I was Wrench is, like, chase dodge there. A bit towards. Chase dodge up and, like, away or something. Like, get to safety once you win neutral. So you can't die. It's like following these game plans, right? I made a what pros do that you don't video, and it's like following a game plan and playing as smart as possible. And like that's really what these players are doing, but they still make mistakes. Nice little weapon throw to win neutral. This is super close. But yeah, that end light is risky when you like don't use it for a punish. A lot of 3 attacks in a row from Wrench. Like that's button mashing at its finest. You side light. Okay, now Sandstorm's above, so you neutral air. Okay, Sandstorm then goes away. This side air was bad. And then an end light. Like, it's just, yeah, it's fun mashing. And then weapon throws, now he's in disadvantage state, and then Sandstorm hits those SIGs. Like, it's just following that game plan better than your opponent. Same thing there, like, Wrench just didn't get the punish. Sandstorm is just so good at like playing his best when he needs to. That's like the best way of putting it. Such good gameplay there. A lot better than 2017. This is still like it's good gameplay, but it's not again to today. Today's standards were really set in stone in my opinion in like 2020. Up until 2019, like the gameplay was good, but it like the amount of pros that entered the scene after and during 2020 is kind of crazy. So it's like a new generation. This one was kind of not close. I remember Sandstorm just destroyed Simple. But let's watch it because maybe my memory's wrong. This is game 1. And yeah, this is the first BTX with no sword. And yeah, that's what I remembered. Sandstorm, he obviously like got better. Like, I'm not saying people get worse or whatever, but this game plan that he has, he's just playing it and following the same game plan better and better. And he does it today too. The only difference is that game plan today, now it has a lot more movement and stuff like that. But look at the movement option Sandstorm is using in neutral here without attacking. Look at this. Okay, nothing. He does dash, jump, dodges away, jumps, okay, lands, dash, jump up, dodge, then land. Without land, like, he didn't do a single attack there. Simple got lucky hitting that in neutral. Sandstorm's movement is insane. And it was ahead of its time, honestly. I think a lot of movement in today's standards catches up to Sandstorm, but it's, at the time, like, he was on another level. Nice ground pound, nice down there, and that's it. Like, it's just putting pressure, let your opponent miss, punish. And it's just following that game plan to a T, like honestly. Like look at this, put some pressure, Simple's daring, he uses neutral air, dodges away, Sandstorm little dash jump, using down air. These are all very safe moves. He is not punishable, he's just using moves that don't commit. Wait, still not committing, that nair is still not committing, that down air is not committing, nair is not committing, weapon throw is not committing, then he gets a clean punish. Tries to go for a combo. Like, he is constantly, this is tempo, right? He's just constantly just using Brawlhalla. He's using moves that don't put you vulnerable, right? This is just constant baiting and tempo. And it's really key. I'll say, though, like, when I placed really well in 2020, it was because of this game plan. I used Nair for tempo. And then when Nair got slowly nerfed and stuff like that, and players are getting better and better at punishing it, especially as the hitboxes decrease and whatnot, you can't use it for tempo like you did back then. And I still use Nair way too much because I used to use it for so much tempo. So, like, the fact is like, I'm not saying Lance is bad or anything like that, but you don't have that many moves for tempo. Like, you have downer, and that's definitely one move I should definitely use more in tempo, but it's kind of hard. It's hard to implement into your gameplay, but Sandstorm implements these orb attacks just perfectly into his tempo. It's great. Nice. And Sig. That ground pound was risky, and he got punished for it. It stalled him. So weapon spawn. Simple will get these like odd hits, but Sandstorm is just never committing. Like, look at this, dude. Look at this. Recoveries, jumps, then dares while falling. No one can punish that. Then Simple tries to punish it. Sandstorm's like, yeah, no, you aren't. And then he's dead. It's just constant tempo. It's just letting your opponent make a risky option. And it's a lot of people didn't really realize this back then, how important movement and tempo is and just not committing, right? Sandstorm paved the way for parry gameplay, honestly. Not committing is key in current Brawlhalla meta. And with big maps and stuff like that, players are realizing that it's easy to not commit when you have a map very wide with like edges, and experience does not commit. So it's just interesting. Hopefully the changes BMG was talking about with making maps either smaller, like the map select smaller, weapon toss is more centered, wall slip reduced, stuff like that. Hopefully this gets all implemented because it will make Brawlhalla less parry. Like, it will still make risky engagement an issue, but if the maps are small enough and everything is centered towards the center of stage, it forces players to engage with each other. So it's definitely interesting, and you can only run so much, right? Like, if there's only so much you can do, but on maps like Mammoth, like Sandstorm, this dude will just wait you out. It's just really interesting. Same thing, waits him out, punish. Uses some movement, down there was for a punish, boom, dead. Just ridiculous. So this is a lot closer to modern day Brawlhalla. Simple's gameplay wasn't. Sandstorm paved the way, honestly. Sandstorm, if he played like this in current day Brawlhalla, easy top 6. Even to today. Easy. The dude was just so ahead of his time, it's ridiculous. But next, 2020. And this is a tough year for Brawlhalla. We have double greatsword and double sword grand finals. This is one of the worst metas of all time. It's kind of sad to watch over it again, but let's watch a game. This is a very long video, but it's also, in my opinion, a video I would want to watch. So I'm happy to be making it. And this year, it's kind of the same thing, but pros this year really understood what tempo is, especially myself. Thank you, Daiku, for coaching me. You'll see just a ton of tempo on both sides. We got wrenched back in grand finals, but there is still like some risky plays and mistakes. Every pro makes mistakes, right? And it's just whichever pro makes less. Nice down air. Nice little neutral light. They're both using the identical skins as well. Like, this is perfect representation of how bad the meta was. It's sad. A little overextension by Wrench. But it's the same thing. Like, dude, Sandstorm, like, a lot of people make fun of. There's, like, this moment in the tournament where Boomy, like, did, like, some Onyx sig and it wasn't anywhere close. The reason why these pros do stuff that are obviously not going to hit is for tempo. Like, look at this. Look where Wrench is. Look where Sandstorm is. You think you're going to hit Wrench? No. Like, you're not going to hit him. But the thing is, that move was broken. And if Wrench even tried to punish, Sandstorm would be in a position to punish Wrench. So, it's tempo. That's all it is. That's why pros do stuff when it's nowhere even close to your opponent. And it's really key because it conditions your opponent to think that they can punish. And it's something even I fall into today. Tempo is key. Same thing right there. That is a perfect example of tempo. Look at this. Sandstorm using some greatsword combos. Down bridge goes for a neutral finisher, or up finisher, I think. I think it's an up finisher. And then Wrench is like, okay, time to punish, right? Goes for a dash jump sider. Yeah, no, you're not. And Sandstorm's already out. That was the problem with greatsword. It was just tempo heavy. And you couldn't get punished for whiffing. And then he GC side finisher, like, that's so big brain. Sandstorm is the king of tempo. Tempo and waiting, and really just set the standard for today. Wrench still played well. Like, the dude's crazy, right? He's trying his best too, but it's not the same tempo, like, that's just so committing, it gets punished for it. The key is to not commit, and Sandstorm is so good at not committing. He uses all his options without committing, and it's just insane. He paved the way for parry gameplay. Look at that. Like, Sandstorm had the parriest gameplay, and then the most aggressive combos as well at the same time. It was ridiculous. Oh my god. I'm glad this game is fast. I don't really want to watch greatsword Hala. Like, and Wrench, like, it's committing. Same thing. Sidelight, then goes for the end sig. You're guessing. It's just a guess at that point. And, like, that's fair. He's 2 stocks below. But, like, why guess when you can know and guarantee? Look at this. Sandstorm goes for a sidelight and then exits for a jump neutraler. Wrench, dude, he's not hitting Wrench. But Wrench has no chance of punishing it. He's already dodging. Then he okay, he did punish it. That dude's ridiculous. Never mind. Never mind. That's a rare situation, okay? But same thing here. Goes for a neutral light like this. Wrench goes for recovery. Sandstorm's constantly attacking. Wrench can't punish. Tries to, gets punished. And then comboed. Oh my god. And that's the problem with greatsword. Its combos were so free and it was so hard to punish. It was actually broken. And pros didn't even know it was broken until it was too late. It was hilarious. And that's a 3 stock. Now, 2021. This is the most recent, and this is the... I'm surprised Sandstorm was not in this grand finals. He, I believe, placed 3rd, lost to Java, and then Cody. This year's built for Cody. It was literally meta-dev Baraza. Thank you, Sparky. But yeah, you'll see again today. It's the same thing. These pros learn from Sandstorm, and they're playing better. Look at this. What is that there, Cody, right? People are like, oh, okay, my volume. Okay, let's go back. Look at this. You think he's hitting Java? No way. He is not hitting Java. Not in a million years. However, you think Java can punish him? Oh. If Java tries to punish Cody, Cody's just gonna hit him. Oh, Java tried to punish, Cody hit him. That's Brawlhalla. It's tempo. The goal is to not commit. And Cody learned from Sandstorm. I don't know if he studied Sandstorm directly, but that's all it is. I did the same with Lance. It's kind of difficult to do it with Lance now. I definitely need to adapt tempo more into my gameplay today. But it's so key. Tempo is just everything. It really helps. Tempo and good movement. Those two combined is a recipe for success. And just not committing. Tempo, good movement, don't commit, efficient combos, you will win. And do whatever it takes to not get hit when you're in a disadvantaged state as well. It's just, yeah, think of a program, like if you're going to make an AI to play Brawlhalla, what does it have to do? Same thing there. Cody did a jump down there, Java can't even punish. He got the down there after, but look at this. Goes for a jump down there, Cody's running away, dodges. Java got the down there because Cody spot dodged, not because of that blaster down there. And that was a stupid... Pros make mistakes too. Like, look at this. Cody goes for a sider on Java. Java runs away. Stomp, Sir. And it's the same thing with, like, just don't commit. Cody committed. Java got a kill for it. What are you doing, Java? What the hell was that? You got cocky. Okay. He did GC Sig, unless there's a misinput. That was cocky. Yeah, GC Haymaker. Okay, let's keep watching. Well, neutral air, I like it. But yeah, it overextended with the neutral air on Hammer because it wasn't a confirmed follow-up. He went for a dodge read. And then Cody just woke up with an end light. It's all about hitting your true combo. Don't commit. Use tempo and neutral. Like, there's these things that pros do, and if you do them properly, you will always win. And there's just bad habits people have that are the reason they lose. Everyone loses because of bad habits. But it's all about also, like, recognizing those bad habits, right? and not making them again. That was really good by Cody. I still neutralite. This movement, by the way, like you see how these players use dash, especially Cody. Java uses it a bit for sure, but Cody's movement is just so phenomenal. It's really clean. A ton of tempo in his movement too. That was extended. That was just risky. A weapon toss. So, recovery. Bad punish. But yeah, now we're at Brawlhalla today, where it's just like a lot of stuff going on, a lot of movement and stuff like that. But these fundamentals are still the same. It just gets more difficult to do these fundamentals when pros are moving in different ways than before. Weapons have better advantage when you hit combos and stuff like that, right? Certain weapons have better coverage than others. But every weapon at the end of the day plays the same way. It's you win neutral, hit a combo until you can't, then play safe. You use your movement options to win neutral. You move in certain ways to be able to put yourself in a position to punish. It's all about using tempo. Which moves on your kit are punishable, which ones aren't. Everything is the same, honestly. These pros are doing the same thing, right? I could pick up another weapon in Brawlhalla. A lot of you guys don't believe me here. You guys are like, Cosolix cap. Like, no, I could pick up another weapon in Brawlhalla. If I put time into that weapon, I can go pro. It's... The fundamentals to Brawlhalla transfer. No matter what weapon you play, they are the same. That's why some pros can just play what's meta, right? I can play Taros against players and do really well, honestly. It's kind of sad. I have like level 15 Taros, and I pulled it out in community tournament and almost beat Hardy with it. And I wasn't even playing well at all, right? But the fact is, it's like the fundamentals transfer. It's just how good you get at those fundamentals for the weapons you play, like which attacks are punishable, which ones aren't, like that kind of knowledge, and which ones and how you use in your gameplay just takes experience. But any pro can get that experience and practice by playing the game enough times with those characters. That GC downlight, by the way, like that's also tempo. How quick that is and how quick you can get out. Like Cody couldn't really punish it, and he didn't. That D-light was risky though. Cody got a clean punish. Still a ton of tempo, right? Let's see, like Cody, nice side there, just kind of waits Java out. Really good movement. That D-light is tempo. That side air is tempo. There's still just a ton of tempo in Cody's gameplay. Side air is both tempo and goes for side airs, but like they're really fast moves. Ooh, close. Still some tempo, but that was risky. That was clean. Oh my god, didn't get the kill. He should just D-light Sarah. Honestly, you get better advantage state. And that was a risky downlight. This is a lot closer than I remembered it being. Oh my god. Yeah, I just couldn't get a kill. Look at the 3 minutes 28 seconds left because these pros don't want to commit. But that's Brawlhalla. It's playing safe. And that's a really good mix-up. Mix-ups can also win you games like that when it's really close. But that recovery too is very safe. It's a very safe mix-up. And he won the game because of it. So, what did we learn today? We learned that pros got better at movement, and Sandstorm paved the way for parrying, and that's the state of Brawlhalla we're in today. We got a heavy weapon meta that is parry heavy, and Brent also just texted me. He said, Yo Spar got 300 people on a stream right now, and my Sentinel is warmed up at the moment. I gotta go do groceries. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you on Monday. I'm just gonna hype this right now. I think on Monday, if I have enough time to record this, you know, like Jubilee, like Odd Man Out, I kind of want to do that for Brawlhalla, so stay tuned, hit that notification bell. Someone gave me that idea in a comment. I'm so sorry I forget the name, but if you're watching right now, thank you so much for the idea. I've always wanted to do that idea, so I'm glad that someone else commented it. That just kind of justified my, I don't know, my video idea. It's not my idea, it's Jubilee's, but yeah, I'll give credit to Jubilee, obviously. Check out Jubilee. Love you guys. Have a good day, night, morning, afternoon. Peace.